بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين الصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء والمرسلين حبيبي وحبيبي إله العالمين طب القلوب ودوائها وعافية الأبدان وشفائها ونور الأبصار وضيائها أبي القاسم محمد
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد
وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين الهاديين المهديين الذين أذهب الله عنهم الرجس وطهرهم تطهيرا.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله، صلى الله عليك يا نبي الله، صلى الله عليك يا رسول الله، صلى الله عليك وعلى أهل بيتك الطيبين الطاهرين. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز فوزا عظيما. يا ليتنا كنا معكم سادتي فنفوز فوزا عظيما. صلوات.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ومن الناس من يقول آمنا بالله وباليوم الآخر وما هم بمؤمنين. صدق الله العلي العظيم.
اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد.
In continuation with our tafsir of this ayah, we mentioned that this ayah talks about the third group that this surah talks about, which is al-munafiqun. But before I proceed to the tafsir, I just want to mention what is the cause of having munafiq in the society. What caused the hypocrite to happen to have in the society? Even though tonight is the Laylat al-Darba, but there is a link between this and this topic that we're talking about. In Tafsir, Ayatollah Makarim Shirazi, Hafadahullah, in Tafsir al-Amthal, he mentioned one beautiful example, or one beautiful cause. He mentioned that whenever any country or any place, if any revolution takes place, whether it's a good revolution, bad revolution, any revolution, a revolution comes to do two things. One is to open a door for other people to start gaining some interest. At the same time, it closes the door of interest of other people. That is every revolution. When a revolution happens, some people, they get happy because they took the power, now mashallah, money started coming in and all that. The other group, they lose power. Their interest is now being taken away. So what happened? Those who lose the power or lose the interest, they become in two groups. One group, they stand firm to fight back. The second group, they don't have the power to fight back. So what do? They melt in the society, but at the same time, for their own interest, they're working against the new revolution interest. And that is what we call al-munafiqun. That is what the cause of having hypocrite in the society. Now with this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He talks about them in this ayah, Allah said, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ. Last time we mentioned two qualities this ayah mentioned about munafiqun. We said, number one, Allah mentioned one of their actions is they like to talk a lot. That is one. Number two, they always, when they talk about themselves, they always portray themselves high. While a mu'min is opposite. Always talk about himself low. Number three, which is absolutely is akhlaq for all of us, which can be found in the actions of munafiqun. And that is, al-munafiq, when they talk, they always don't have the name of Allah in their words. Meaning there is no Allah in their words. When they talk, they don't remember Allah in any way. Well, a mu'min, suppose in your word, if you want to do something, always make sure that you remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Quran said to the Prophet in Surah Al-Kahf, وَلَا تَقُولَنَّ لِشَيْءٍ إِنِّي فَاعِلُ ذَلِكَ غَدًا. Alaykum salam. That a mu'min, anytime you want to do something, something happens, you're thinking of doing something, a mu'min doesn't come out and say, I will do it tomorrow. No, you always have to add it to a Insha'Allah, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will. Why? Because there is a story here which relates to the topic, that there was at the time of Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi afdalu salatu wa salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
There was a man who saw a dream. In that dream, he saw angel of death. That is the bad thing. You don't want to see that. You want to see the angel Jibreel, you want to see Mikael, but you don't want to see angel of death, because he always doesn't bring the good news. When he saw the angel of death, then he asked the angel of death, Ya Malak al-Maut, kam baqiya min umri? How many days do I have to live? Because that is all you know. You always talk about death. And so tell me, how many days do I have to live? Then the angel of death did this to him. Just point 5 fingers, and he left. The man woke up, and he got confused. 5 minutes? 5 hours? 5 days? 5 weeks? 5 years? What does it mean? I started thinking, does he want to tell me that I have only 5 seconds? Or 5 minutes? Or 5 hours? What is it? He went to Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq, alayhi salam. Ya Ibn Rasulullah, I saw angel of death tonight. Khair inshallah. I said, it's not a khair. What is it? I said, I saw him and he pointed, I asked him, how many days do I have to live on this planet? Instead of telling me, he just pointed 5 fingers. And now I'm confused. Does it mean 5 days, 5 hours, 5 months, 5? I'm not sure. So tell me something about it. Then Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq smiled. And he said to him, the angel of death wants to tell you that the question you asked him, the question that when are you going to die, how many days left for you? He said he wants to tell you that this question is one of the 5 questions he doesn't have answer of it. إن سؤالك هذا في 5 أمور لا يعلمهن إلا الله. What are those 5 things? Then Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq quoted an ayah from the Quran. That there are 5 things nobody knows except Allah. No angel, no Allah, only one who knows. I said, أول إن الله عنده علم الساعة. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the only one who knows when the day of judgment will happen. Ask anybody in this world. Even Rasulullah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, يَسْأَلُونَكَ عَنِ السَّاعَةِ أَيَّانَ مُرْسَاهَا. They asking you about when will the day of judgment occur. Ya Rasulullah, Allah said to him, فِيمَ أَنْتَ مِنْ ذِكْرَهَا. You have no clue about it, Ya Rasulullah. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows it. Yes, He knows the signs. Some of the things that will happen before Yawm al-Qiyamah, He knows. He told us some alamat. They are, but when exactly, nobody knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is one. Number two, إِنَّ اللَّهَ عِنْدَهُ عِلْمُ السَّاعَةِ وَيُنَزِّلُ الْغَيْثِ. The quantity of the rain and when and how it belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yesterday we have the weather forecast. They tell you that inshallah there will be rain today. But can they tell you the quantity? Yes, sometimes they do. But how many times they are wrong? I don't know, in Washington, we have experienced this a lot. They tell us, inshallah, today you have 6 inches of snow. Allah, people come out with the long boots, with all this, and guess what? No even snow comes down that day. Some days they predict there won't be in that much, but then it tends to be as more than you even thought that it will come. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says He is the only one who knows when and the quantity of the rain that comes down. Nobody can tell you. They can predict, but they can't tell you exact. This knowledge belongs to Allah. وَيُنَزِّلُ الْغَيْثِ. That's number two. Number three, وَيَعْلَمُ مَا فِي الْأَرْحَامِ. Allah said, I am the only one who knows what a woman is carrying in her stomach, in her womb. Doctors can predict and tell you that it's a boy, it's a girl. They can tell you. But ask them, is he going to be a scholar? Is he going to be an engineer? How many years he's going to live? They can't tell you that. Why? Because this knowledge belongs to only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is number three. Number four. Then Allah said, وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ مَاذَا تَكْسِبُ غَدًا. No life knows what will happen to him or her tomorrow. You and I will say it now. Let me take it even back. Is there any one of us knows what will happen to us after 2 hours? And you can think of it. Oh, I have this plan, I have this plan. But that's your plan. You plan and Allah has a different plan for you. Al-abdu yudabbir wal-rabbu yuqaddir. Yours is the plan. But the taqdeer is in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We don't know what will happen in 2 hours, in 5 hours. Tomorrow what will happen to you, to me, any one of us. Nobody knows except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ مَاذَا تَكْسِبُ غَدًا. That's number four. Number five. وَمَا تَدْرِي نَفْسٌ بِأَيِّ أَرْضٍ تَمُوتُ. No life knows which part of the world he or she will die. A lot of us, we were born in one part of the country. We grew up there. We were raised there, but we died somewhere else. Every soul, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have designed where the soul will end. It's not in your hand, it's not in my hand. Because of these five things, as a Muslim, it's very important. When you say, I will do something, always attach it to Insha'Allah. Because your will is always circled with the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمَا تَشَاءُونَ إِلَّا أَنْ يَشَاءَ اللَّهُ. Allah said, your will that you have. You want to do this, I want to do this, I have planned for this. Allah said, that will of yours is circled by His will. If He doesn't wish, it's never going to happen. That's why a mu'min, anytime you want to do something, you have planned for something, always add the Insha'Allah. But al-munafiq, they don't add that. That's why in the Quran, Allah said, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا. Instead of saying, Insha'Allah, we are believers. Insha'Allah. But they don't say that. They say, Amanna, we are believers. They cut it short, they are believers. But a mu'min said, Insha'Allah, we are believers. That is one of the attributes, one of the qualities of munafiqun. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, these munafiqun, when they talk, they always cut it high. Look in the ayah, when they mention, قالوا ومن الناس من يقول آمنا, they say we believe. But when they talk, what did he believe in? بالله وباليوم الآخر. Now look, ayah, they mention two things, which is one of the usul al-din. See, in our aqidah as a Shia or the followers of Ahlul Bayt, we have what we call usul al-din, and then we have usul al-madhab. Now pay attention careful, because sometimes we get confused between the two. We have usul al-din, and then there is usul al-madhab. Usul al-din, actually usul al-din is 3. It's not 5, it's 3. What are they? Number 1, at-tawheed. Number 2, they say al-nubuwwah, prophethood. Number 3, they say al-ma'ad. This is usul al-din. What about the other 2? What about al-adl? What about al-imama? They call it usul al-madhab. These 2 are called usul al-madhab. It's not usul al-din. The actual usul al-din is these 3. That's it. Why? Because they say al-adala, the justice of Allah, automatically contains in tawheed, because you cannot be a true believer unless you believe in adala of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number 2, al-imam also is automatically part of nubuwwah, because it's continuation of risala. So it's automatically within the imam, within the risala, because the imama is a continuation of risala. So it's not 2 things, it's actually 1 thing, but we divided it to make it 5 according to the Shia school of thought. So these 2 are called usul al-madhab. Now you come to the ayah that the munafiqun, when they talk, they say amanna billah wa bil yawm al-akhir. They go to talk about what? The usul al-din. They say we believe in Allah and we believe in the day of Qiyamah. These 2 are the most important part of the faith. Why is it important? Al-aqidah, al-tawheed, which is to believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and then after you finish, you go to believe in the day of Akhirah. And it's called al-akhir wal-yawm al-akhir, the last day. Meaning, because this day, which is Yawm al-Qiyamah, there is no life after it. That's what's called al-akhir. Because after that world, we have no world that comes after that. We have gone through a lot of worlds. Alam al-barzakh, alam al-arham, alam. Until we get to alam al-akhirah, there is no any life after that. That is that life. If a person happens to go to heaven, he goes there, khalidina fiha. If a person ends up in the hellfire, khalidina fiha, and there is no world after that world. That's why it's called wal yawm al-akhir. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, in reality, when they say to Rasulullah or to any other person, وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا بِاللَّهِ وَبِالْيَوْمِ الْآخِرِ, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala say, وَمَا هُمْ بِمُؤْمِنِينَ. Allah said, truly they are not believers. And that is one of their description of a munafiq. They say something, but in their heart is absolutely different thing. And that is what the nifaq is about. When a person says something and they act different, they become munafiq. That is the ayah. Now you know, how do you cure or purify yourself from nifaq? Last night we mentioned one. We say one of the ways to purify the heart from nifaq is salawat.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Tonight I'm going to mention one other thing that is known as one of the prescription of to get rid of nifaq. Number 2, they said one of the prescription of medicine or the medicine of nifaq is Hubbu Aliyin alayhi salam.
Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad.
Allahu Akbar. You'll be surprised. Abu Ali? Yes. Who said this? Ibn Abbas. Ibn Abbas, alayhi salam, when he talked, he said, سَمِعْتُ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. I heard Rasulullah was saying about Imam Ali alayhi salam. Ya Ali, la yuhibbuka illa mu'min, wa la yubghiduka illa munafiq. Allahu Akbar. Ibn Abbas, he said, I heard Rasulullah tells all of us that anybody who loves Imam Ali alayhi salam, his love is the sign of Iman, and hating Imam Ali is the sign of hypocrisy. The same Ibn Abbas said, we used to define people with the love of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He said, our own children, when we have a child, he said, we call our children, we say, look at this. Do you know this man? They say, who is it? I said, Ali. They say, Ali, هل تحبه أو لا تحبه? Do you love him or you don't? If a child said, أحبه, I love him, they know this child will be a mu'min. If a child said, no, لا أحبه, they know that this child will end up being munafiq. That is Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. If one wants to identify himself, whether he or she is a mu'min or not, look at yourself. If you carry the law of Imam Ali alayhi salam, that is the one sign from Rasulullah that the person is not munafiq or munafiq. Tonight, Imam Hassan alayhi salam narrates. He said, tonight, I was observing my father, Imam Ali, all day long. He said, رَأَيْتُهُ عَلَى غَيْرِ حَالَتِهِ. He said, I saw my father was not as usual. Allahu Akbar. This is the first lesson we all have to learn. You live with your father, always keep your eyes on him. It's one of the akhlaq of Ahlul Bayt. A father is in the house, always make sure that you always try to check on him, see how he's doing. If something changed, you know about your dad. Imam Hassan said, that is what I was doing tonight. He said, as I was observing my father, Imam Ali. He said, I didn't sleep. All night, Imam Hassan said, I wasn't asleep. I was observing my father, Imam Ali alayhi salam. He said, I heard, later on during the night, he said, I heard him. And I woke up. I was standing behind the door, watching my dad. What's going on? He said, I saw Imam Ali got ready. He got himself ready to go to the masjid. Imam Hassan alayhi salam said, I got myself ready too. I was observing my father, Imam Ali alayhi salam. He said, Imam Ali started walking to the masjid. He said, I started to follow him to see what is going on, what is the news. He said, as I was following him, he turned and saw me behind him. Then he asked me, Bunayya ila ayn, where are you going at this time of the night? Imam Hassan said, he said, I saw you came out at a time which is not the usual time that you normally go to the masjid. Khair, my father, anything happening? Imam Ali alayhi salam said, Bunayya, akhrajani ru'ya ra'aytuha. He said, I came out because of a dream I saw tonight. Imam Hassan said, Khair ya Abba, what did you see? Imam Ali alayhi salam said to Imam Hassan, he said, رَأَيْتُ جَدَّكَ رَسُولَ اللَّهِ. I saw your grandfather Rasulullah in my dream. جَاءَ وَآنَكَنِ. He came and hugged me. And he said, Ya Ali, لَقَدْ طَالَتْ الْغَيْبَ. It has been a while. لَقَدْ اشْتَقْتُ إِلَى رُؤْيَتَكَ. He said, I really want to see you, Ya Amir al-Mu'minin. He said, while we were talking, فَإِذَا بِجَبْرَائِيل, I saw Jibreel came down. وَبِيَدِهِ حَجَرَانِ, in his hand there are 2 rocks. He said, then he knocked the rocks to one another. He hit them to one another. فَصَارَ كَالرَّمَادِ, then it became like a powder. They become like a dust. What happened? Ya Aba, this is Imam Ali telling Imam Hassan alayhi salam. He said, فَرَمَاهُمَا بِالسَّمَاءِ, then he threw everything in the sky. He said, فَلَمْ يَنْزِلْ مِنْهُ قَطْرًا, nothing came back. Everything stayed in the sky. What happened? Then Imam Hassan asked, Ya Aba, ma ta'wil ru'yak? What is the meaning of this dream that you saw? Imam Hassan alayhi salam asked his father. Imam Ali alayhi salam responded, he said, Ya bunayya al-Hasan, إن صح ما قلت فإن أباك مقتول الليلة. الله أكبر. Allah. Imam Ali alayhi salam said, the translation of this dream that I just told you, what it means is, your father will be killed tonight. Allahu Akbar. Now a question followed. Imam Hassan alayhi salam said, Ya Aba, oh my father, man yaqtuluk? Who will kill you? Imam Ali alayhi salam said, أخبرني جدك رسول الله. Your grandfather told me, that Ya Ali, in the month of Ramadan, وَكَأَنِّي بِكَ, it's like I'm watching you, Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen, وَقَدْ اخْتَضَبَ لِحْيَتَكْ بِدَمِكَ, when your beard is all covered with your blood. Ya Amir al-Mu'mineen. He said, أخبرني جدك رسول الله. Your grandfather told me. Ya Aba, man yaqtuluk, who is going to kill you? Imam Ali alayhi salam said, سيقتلني ابن اليهودية. رجل يسمى عبد الرحمن ابن ملجم المرادي. That will be the man who will kill me. Then Imam Ali alayhi salam said, Imam Hassan said to his father, Imam Ali, Ya Aba, إذا علمت قاتلك لما لا تقتله? If you know he is the killer, why won't you kill him before he kills you? Now here comes the answer of fiqh. This is a fiqh question that Imam Ali alayhi salam said to his son, Imam Hassan. بني لا يجوز القصاص قبل الجناية. You cannot retaliate before the crime is taken care of, or before the crime takes place. He hasn't killed me here. He hasn't attacked me. Based on what am I allowed Islamically to go and attack him? Allahu Akbar. Now Imam Hassan alayhi salam stood there and his tears started running on his cheek. Imam Ali alayhi salam was crying and his son was crying at the same time. Then Imam Ali said to Imam Hassan, Bunayya irja', go back home. I know you haven't slept all night. You have been concerned about your dad. Your dad will be okay. Go back home. Here Imam Hassan, because his father told him to go back, it becomes mas'ala shar'iyya. It becomes wajib that he has to go back. Then Imam Hassan alayhi salam went back. Imam Ali alayhi salam went to the masjid. He is the first person always goes to the masjid. He is the first person to open the masjid. The narration said when he got there, Imam Ali alayhi salam opened the doors of the masjid. As he was opening the doors, Allahu Akbar, part of his abba got stuck to the door. Then Imam Ali alayhi salam started to say this beautiful point. أشدد حيازيمك للموت فإن الموت لاكيك ولا تجزع من الموت إذا حلت بناديك فكما أضحكك الدهر كذاك الدهر يبكيك. Allahu Akbar. Imam Ali alayhi salam, he started to remember death. He said, أشدد حيازيمك للموت. Get yourself prepared for that night, for that day, and for the death. Because the death will come to you in any situation, whether you're prepared or not. And then Imam Ali alayhi salam continued. He went to the masjid. The narration says after he opened the doors, he went to call Adhan. And you know that the voice of Imam Ali alayhi salam, every single morning in Kufa, in no house, unless they hear the voice of Imam Ali alayhi salam. The narration said when he opened his mouth and said Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, he said the entire city of Kufa, the widows and the orphans, they all say Hada sawtu Abuna Ali. This is the voice of our father Imam Ali alayhi salam. The narration says he called Adhan. After he finished Adhan, he went to the masjid. He went to do the nafila rak'ah as usual. While he was in the masjid, Al-La'in ibn Al-La'in, the curse, the son of the curse, was already in the masjid waiting for Imam Ali alayhi salam. Imam Ali alayhi salam said his first salat, first rak'ah. He went to the rak'ah, in the first rak'ah he went to the sujood. He came back, he stood for the second rak'ah. And the second rak'ah, the narration said, Imam Ali alayhi salam, when he went to the sajda, the first sajda, he came back, sitting down to go to the next sajda. Al-La'in al-Muradi rushed to Imam Ali alayhi salam. While he was holding that sword, which was all covered with the poison, he came behind and he said to Imam Ali, Al-Hukm that the kingdom and the rule belongs to Allah and not to you, Ali. And then he struck on the head of Imam Ali alayhi salam. And the first word that came from the mouth of Imam Ali was not to even cry for pain or anything. The first word was Imam Ali was Wallahi fuztu wa Rabbil Kaaba. That indeed I have been successful, I swear by the Lord of the Kaaba. Now imagine here from these holy words of Imam Ali alayhi salam, why Imam Ali was mentioning Kaaba in this word? Because Imam Ali alayhi salam opened his eyes in the house of Allah. He opened his eyes inside the Kaaba, in the house of Allah, and now he is closing his eyes also in the house of Allah. What a success that you come in this world, opening your eyes in the house of Allah and then returning back to the house of Allah, also in the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The narration said, after this, Imam Ali alayhi salam became unconscious. Right then, there was some people started coming to the masjid. Imam Hassan alayhi salam had the news, he rushed to the masjid. When he came, he picked his father, Imam Ali alayhi salam, and all his face is covered with blood. Imam Hassan alayhi salam put his head on his thigh, and he said to his father, Man alladhi afja'ana bik? Who is that person who put us in this situation by hitting you and putting this tragedy on all the nations? Imam Ali alayhi salam said, إنه ابن اليهودي أطلبوه من هذا الباب. He said, don't worry about your, don't worry about searching him from all the places. He said, just stand at this door, he will come out from that door. And then he looked at his son, Imam Hassan, and he said, Bunayya, salli bin nasi salat al-subh. Allahu Akbar. The first thing Imam Ali alayhi salam tells everyone unto his son Imam Hassan is to lead everyone Salat al-Fajr. Not to take him to the hospital, not to kill him. No, Salat ya ikhwa. Wallah, one of the message of tonight is to take our Salat important, brothers. Wallah, if we don't learn anything from Ahlul Bayt except the Salat, wallah, we are successful, because this is the greatest message from Ahlul Bayt alayhi salam. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, he then left his father at the side of the masjid, and then he led the prayer according to the order of his father. After the salat, Imam Ali alayhi salam, for the first time in his life, now he has to be carried and not to walk. Allahu Akbar. The most strongest person after Rasulullah has to be carried today? Yes. Allahu Akbar. Imam Ali alayhi salam was carried, taken to home. On their way, as they approached the house, Imam Ali alayhi salam said, Naziluni, I want to walk myself. Imam Hassan alayhi salam, Liman nazilak? Why? We're almost home. Allahu Akbar. Look at this answer of Imam Ali alayhi salam. He said, "Ura'aytu ukhtak." I saw your sister Zainab wara al-bab. I saw your sister Zainab behind the door. I said, she munkasar al-qalb. She is broken-hearted, waiting to see her father. I said, I don't want to break her heart more than this. When she see me being carried, that will make the situation worse. Allahu Akbar. Imam Ali alayhi salam asked to be put down to walk with his children to the house. Imam Ali alayhi salam, as soon as he approached the house, Zainab salamullah alayha, when she saw him, she busted into tears. She said, Ya Aba, oh my father, man alladhi afja'ana wa afja'a al-alam bik. I said, who is that man? Who is this person who put this tragedy on the entire nation and the entire people? وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ وَالْعَاقِبَةُ لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. إلهنا نسألك وندعوك بأحب الخلق إليك بمحمد وعلي وفاطمة والحسن والحسين والتسعة المعصومين من ذرية الحسين. اللهم بحقهم عليك وبحقك عليهم فرج عنا فرجا عاجلا قريبا كلمح البصر أو هو أقرب من ذلك. إلى مرضانا ومرضى المؤمنين والمؤمنات آية الشفاء. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. أمن يجيب المضطر إذا دعاه ويكشف السوء. 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 باسمك العظيم العز الأجل الأكرم يا الله 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 يا الله. إلى أمواتكم وأموات المؤمنين رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة مع الصلوات.
اللهم صل على